All right, so I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we're fucked. I mean, this game is dead in the water, according to this video. This was a town hall Q&A from last night. I'm not watching all this. I'm already disgusted. I'm just gonna thumb through to the shit that's important to me. If you guys want to hear the real answers, you can go to Motorsports and look at it. But this is fucked. You know, we're fucked, dude. I mean, we're not gonna get no cussed. Let's just play it through. Fucking shit ass game.
Hi everyone, my name is Dmitry Kosko. I'm the CEO of Motorsport Games.
You're 30 fucking
We recognize that
Russian.
our launch of NASCAR 21 Ignition didn't meet some of your expectations.
You think?
And as you guessed, it didn't meet some of ours either. We set out to create really great NASCAR gaming experiences, and we knew that delivering you another NASCAR Heat sequel just wouldn't do the justice. So we set on a really tough journey to build it all from scratch, packing it with the latest graphics, the latest physics, AI, etc., to try to really bring you, the community, the best possible experience
you
that
brought
we
us
could
the
do.
worst.
And just like many other innovations in the marketplace, when they're launched, they don't always go as smooth. And that's kind of what
still
we
ain't
experience.
smooth. What are you talking
However,
about? It's been 6 months.
We still are really, really committed to working on creating the best possible experience, the most authentic and joyful NASCAR gaming experience. And one of the things that we believe, to show you our commitment, is that we want to get even better at being more transparent and more authentic on our intentions. So we launched this town hall concept where we're giving you the opportunity to ask us anything. And allow us to showcase on how transparent we are, and we'll respond to those questions. Your feedback is really, really valuable to us.
What do you think went better, the Cold War or the release
today,
of
but
this
also
shit
shape
game?
the products of our future. And we really, really appreciate you taking the time and asking us questions and sending us feedback and telling us what how much we're asking.
So we had
Okay, here we go. Let's get
answer some of those questions. Thank you.
Fuck you.
Yeah, so lots of people have been asking about the rear view mirrors. So we had originally planned NASCAR 21 to be a next-gen only release, but as we were developing the game, we saw that there weren't enough of the next-gen consoles being sold in, and we recognized that the majority of our community were going to be remaining on the previous generation of consoles. So we took the quite difficult decision to actually, scale the game back to run on these earlier generation machines. And that's why we had to make this compromise. So you'll see that players on PC do have the rear view mirror, and I'm hopeful that with our next gen upgrade that's coming later this year, we may be able to reintroduce mirrors for console players.
There'll be no
but if you're running on the low-end PS4s and the base-level Xboxes, you're still not going to have a mirror in NASCAR 21.
So we'll remind me of this. We'll get back to this, because listen to this shit later on here at the end. But all right, boom. This is the big one here.
Yeah, this is a great question. It's something that we wanted to focus on as we move towards the next-gen cars. We see it's a really good place to introduce the feature, because these cars have loads of new adjustments and settings compared to the cars that ran in 2021. So it's something we'll be looking to do as we move into the next game.
The next game, people, the next game.
Yeah, a few people have been asking about this. It's actually really complicated. So we could add a toggle for motion blur, but the effect that is actually seen in game is a combination
of
no
one cares about that.
Seeing, not actually.
Here we go.
Yeah, so we're working on adding support for more wheel manufacturers where we can on NASCAR 21. When it comes to adding things like H pattern shifters to the game, this is something that we're looking to do in the future. And we're also hoping to add more adjustments to the wheel settings so that you'll be able to customize your experience more. We know that this is something that's really important for wheel users, and it definitely is going to come into play more as the game gets more competitive, because people want to be able to set their wheels up so that they can get the best performance out of them.
You think? No one cares about
For existing colorways you're running. Some schemes online, this is absolutely something that we want players to be able to do, but we have to make sure that there are the necessary reporting mechanisms in place so that players are able to report schemes that they find offensive or they don't want to see on their own system.
So basically it'll never happen,
and
because
that's
the world
extremely
is
complex.
offended at
So
every fucking thing right
On
now.
saying on how committed speak
Oh,
louder.
what'd I do? Hit the wrong shit? What'd I do?
Blower is included in that, but there's or they don't do. Yeah, we get this question a lot. It's definitely not going to happen in Ignition, but I'd love players.
There's your answer.
Track logo. Yeah, this is an interesting question. Challenges are something that we'd love to bring back into future games, but I'd really like to make challenges that reference events that happen in the real world during the season rather than feature. But people have asked about.
Can't even make a game simple. I mean, how are you gonna do any extra shit?
So a few people have asked about this. We recognize that split screen is a great way to play together. I personally love playing video games.
No one's playing split screen. There we go.
Yeah, it's a great question. I think with all of the assists off, the car is pretty challenging to drive. This is due to the more authentic physics and tire model that we're using for Ignition. I do agree that we could do a better job of giving players better feedback, so when they're losing control, they get the information they need to help them react better. I think for now, our focus is turning towards the next gen car, and we'll be looking to improve the car stability as we work on the new physics for that vehicle. But for now, I think if you're struggling, I'd like to recommend that you turn some of the assists on. We worked really hard to get those assists helping players keep control of the car, and I'd encourage you to do that.
When you go bowling, I strongly encourage you to put gutter rails in. That way, you know, you don't gutter the ball. All right, what the fuck is this, dude? Like, they're dumbing this game down for kids, dude. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Who cares about pit lane?
Introduced manual pit stops.
Who the fuck cares about? They can't even get the game to start right, let alone drive from the. These guys are fucking idiots.
We get loads of questions about our AI, and we're all
no one gives a shit about AI. We only want to race online. Stupid. Wow.
Yeah, great question. We've actually already got a fix in for this that will be coming in the next update, so it should be something you'll see very soon.
Wait a minute. The cars are starting the race already damaged? Oh my gosh. What a shit show.
Yeah, great question. So again, this is down to the authentic car setups that we're using on the vehicles. At many tracks in the NASCAR calendar, the cars are running a staggered setup due to their tires having different rollouts or
fuck your tire rollout.
To introduce in the future. So we know a lot of players have been finding this really frustrating, and we've actually got a fix in place for this that's coming in the next update, so you should have this fix very soon.
Wow, alright. Something.
So we're really excited to be introducing the new private parties feature in the next update. Right now we're introducing it with these numbers because they felt best for us in testing, but we'll be definitely watching how the feature is being used by the community and adjusting them if required.
I don't even understand what they're talking about. next year.
We hear the community loud and clear on this, and it's something we're keen to support in the future. For me, I think the first step here is to give players more control over the sessions that are being created. That way, as a community, you'll be able to run races according to your own rules. And then I think the logical next step from there will be some kind of league support that will allow admins to run leagues, keep track of the results and the stats, and actually aggregate all of those things together and essentially have a place where their leagues can be controlled from.
Well, thanks for the question, Kyle. The next patch update 1.4.0.0 actually goes live tomorrow. Car truck vehicles. You know, we work very. Yeah, this is a really good question, bro.
No, you don't. No one
Entire
cares
course of
about
the season.
that. There's a million games.
You know, but they're also
racing
avid
games
video
getting
game
put out with no
players,
professional driver in.
but also
get the
put a
fucking
reference
gamers in
for us to be a part.
Put a fucking demo out.
That's a good question, especially with the jump in next gen consoles and the development there. You know, we at Motorsport Games plan to release future NASCAR games for the PS4 and the Xbox One consoles, and expect to continue to do so as long as Sony and Microsoft continue to support those platforms. We will release on those as well.
Okay, now I just want to let you know what a fucking piece of shit these guys are. Remember earlier on when they were asking about the fucking mirrors? They said, well, what happened was we're designing this game for the next gen, and obviously next gen ain't gonna cut it, so we had to fucking put mirrors, or so we couldn't put mirrors on the PS4. But now they're saying they're developing game future releases for the PS4. So which one is it? You know, these guys are fucking ass backwards, dude. Oh gosh. Yeah. Yeah,
You know, cross-platform play is something that we continue to look at for future NASCAR games.
NASCAR would never get
gaming experience here. Well, we definitely have many learnings of launching this type of innovative product. But
I learned a lot too. I learned that I'll never invest
and our
money
goals
into you
are
after-
to
until I
continue
see
to
a game
strive
released
to
with a
be
ton of
authentic representation of the sport and be a joyful experience. One takeaway is that, you know, we created some frustrations to some of you with this release. That is something that we will work extremely hard to not repeat again.
You gave us
So
an
our
unplayable game.
goals are, on
what are
top
we
of the
supposed
list,
to
are
do?
really to be authentic.
This is fucking
single
bullshit.
experience.
Fuck
We're
these guys.
big
You should end up in
joyful
gulag.
releasing year in, but also parent and working on improving.
Okay, I think that's it.
And
So yeah,
that we are working on constant improvement of
you
that
mean y'all know I
experience.
got this new
So we could be
PS5
that
over
most
here. Ignition has not been re-downloaded, and it basically won't. I mean, this is, I don't know what they're doing, man. No customs. It's you know, it's just a shit show of a game, dude. And another key thing is they were like, you know, 6 months in, we'll probably quit doing updates for it. It's damn near been 6 months. So you got an update coming out today, I guess. Let's see, November, December, January, February, March, April. So April will be some of the last updates for this game, and then it's fuck you until NASCAR 22. Don't buy this game, dude. Don't buy this. This game fucking sucks. Fuck this game.